When you go to an athletic contest, it could be a football game or basketball, wrestling, or a swim meet, and it might be high school teams or college or pros. The chances are good that you're going to be pulling for one team. You're a fan and therefore opposed to the other. This is the most natural thing in the world and needs no explanation or apology. You want your team to win, of course you do. You want your team to make great plays and you cheer for them when they do. You cheer for them hoping to increase their favorable prospects. When your team makes a big play, you cheer for them and give no thought to the other side, the opposition, who must be feeling an equal sadness. In fact, if they feel bad, downcast, that's enough to cheer you up even more, because that will sap their energy, cut into their spirit, their will to win, and help lead them to defeat. So it's perfectly natural in a competitive situation that when the other side starts feeling low, your energy and happiness increases. There are actual cheerleaders who are there to coordinate the excitement and maximize the support. As I say, none of this is strange. At the end, one side is going to be elated and the other discouraged, defeated. If you win, you're happy, you celebrate, and you don't care about the other team. They pretty much got what they deserved, which is a thumping. If you lost, you feel miserable, inconsolable. It's very hard to take a loss, but someone must lose, and you can't win every game, so you get over it and move on. What I want to say here is that social events are exactly like athletic contests, even though we expect them to be different. They're not. People will say that one side conveniently ignored the facts and were operating according to a narrative, their own version of what happened. Okay, fine, but that's applying reason to what is essentially, like the sporting contest, an unreasonable event. In sports, there is no reason for you to pick one team over another. It's simply that one of the sides is your team, your school, your city, and from that choice and your loyalty, all else follows. The same is true for the controversial social event. The so-called facts of the matter are irrelevant. There are two teams on the field and they don't see eye to eye. They have nothing in common. Reason cannot settle their differences. When one of them succeeds, they're joyful, and they don't care if the other side feels despondent, which it must and does. And that other side, witnessing the evident glee in their opponents, is more determined than ever to get back at them. Nothing could be more natural than that. When your side suffers an injury or if a teammate is killed, the precise circumstances surrounding that occurrence are like dust in the wind, an attempt to take the focus off what is most clear and evident to you, the injury you have suffered or the death of your teammate at the hands of those bastards who are celebrating. You don't care about anything else. You don't want to hear any discussion. You want the other side to admit that your teammate is dead, and you know what they're going to do you want to know what they're going to do about it. You're totally inclined to retaliate in kind, to even the score. Naturally, the death of your teammate represents a victory for them, even if they try to present sad faces and act as if they care. That's bullshit. You know they don't. They're trying to trick you into thinking that they care so you won't strike back. They act like they care, but that's part of the game, and they're winning. They win all the time, and the only way that could happen is if they've rigged the game in their favor. You would like to beat these bastards so badly you can taste it. You would do just about anything to pin a loss on them. And there are cheerleaders, who appear in other guises, such as religious leaders, expert analysts, organizers, commentators, but they're all cheerleaders, just as George W. Bush was a cheerleader at Yale and Barack Obama was a cheerleader in Chicago. The cheerleaders act to clearly define and separate the teams, and they also intensify the level of excitement. They're there to stir up the crowd. That's the situation, and the people who call for reason and facts are either on the side that's winning or they have no skin in the game.